Guess what? Freelance writing is not dead, contrary to what some may tell you. In fact, I believe there has never been a better time to build a sustainable freelance writing business on the side or as a full-time thing than there is right now today. So I talk a lot about how to start freelance writing businesses, but today I'm gonna give you 10 benefits to doing it. I'm gonna tell you why it's probably the best online business for most beginners to start this year. So if you've been wanting to start a side hustle, you've been wanting to break out on your own, you wanna start building something that can turn into a full-time business and full-time career, keep watching. Today's video is for you. Number one, you can do it from anywhere as long as you have an internet connection, and well, sometimes even if you don't, you can build a freelance writing business. I have worked on and run this business from buses, trains, ferries, small boats, big boats, cars, hotels, hostels. I'm not lying when I say this. I've even written a blog post from the top of a waterfall. I'm not saying from like the viewpoint on top of a waterfall. I'm saying literally teetering over the top of a waterfall. The great thing about freelance writing is you can do it from anywhere. So if you're traveling, if you're backpacking, even if you don't always have a stable internet connection, as long as on a somewhat regular basis you can connect to talk to your clients, you can do the writing anywhere you want. So while all those examples may be a little extreme, the fact of the matter is, whether you want to backpack around the world or you just want to be able to work from home or work from a coffee shop, freelance writing is one of the best businesses that will allow you to do that. Number two, this is a really important one. 90% of your competition is irrelevant. And I don't say that to be mean, but let me explain what I'm talking about. Most freelance writers don't know how to go about building a freelance writing business. They think you just go to Upwork and apply for a bunch of low-paying jobs and that's how you're going to build a freelance writing career. That is the worst way to build a freelance writing. And in fact, that's not even a way to build a freelance writing. Like, for the most part, nobody is building a freelance writing business solely off doing that these days. But yet somehow most freelance writers think that is how you do it. Whether it's through Upwork or other job boards or whatever, that's not the right way to approach building a business. The other issue that your competition has is they're not very resilient. Now here's the thing. When you first get going with freelance writing, it's not necessarily gonna be fun. You're gonna have to build up your ego. You're gonna have to grow a thick skin. You're gonna get a lot of no's. You're gonna get a lot of people that don't even reply to you. But because of that, most people are gonna quit. Most of the people watching this video, at the end of this video, you might be like, yes, this is the business, all right. And then you're gonna get like 2 weeks into it and be like, okay, this kind of sucks, I'm not into it. But you, not everybody else, you, if you stick with it, if you are resilient, there is so much opportunity that everybody else isn't going to capitalize on. That leaves a huge opportunity for you to be the one to push things forward. You just have to be in the right mindset. You have to know how to go about it the right way. And you have to set realistic expectations as you get started. 3, there is a type of freelance writing for everyone. Are you a good salesperson? You're really persuasive? Copywriting. Are you super detail oriented or have an expertise that a lot of people don't have? Great, technical writing. Do you come from a business or a banking background? Great, financial writing. Are you really good at researching and learning about new topics really quickly and then being able to talk about them and write about them coherently? Great, you can be a content generalist. Are you bilingual or do you speak multiple languages? Great, then there's gonna be translation freelance work that you can do. There's so many different types of freelance writing that regardless of where your skills excel, there's going to be a type of writing for you. Number 4, freelance writing is the perfect bridge business. Maybe you don't want to be a freelance writer forever. Maybe you don't even like the idea of being a freelance writer at all, but you're miserable in your day job and you want to make a change. And what I mean by a bridge business is it's the perfect thing to help you get from point A to point B. So you can go work on your freelance business on the side. You can start building it up. You can get to the point where you're making a few $1,000s a month. That gives you options. That's going to allow you to pay your bills and grow confidence. That's going to allow you to quit your job and travel if you want. Or if you know there's a different type of business you really want to start, but it's going to take longer to start making money, you could become a freelance writer to start making that income, building that confidence while you work on that other business. So a lot of people that have gone through our academy and a lot of people I've helped over the last decade plus, they're not still freelance writers. They did it to get to where they wanted to be, and that's the vehicle that allowed them to do it. So maybe that makes freelancing more appealing, or maybe you just love writing and you want to build a 6-figure full-time freelance writing business. That's great. But the cool thing about it is it's the type of business that gives you that choice. Number 5, it's easy. And I'm not saying it's easy to build a business, but the work itself, like the process for building a business, is simple. You don't need technical experience. You don't really need any background. You just need to know the process for how to build a freelance writing business. Like I said earlier, 90% of the competition has no clue what they're doing. So if you do and you follow the right path, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can literally just follow the path that hundreds, thousands of people have done before you. If you can follow that path, stay consistent and persistent, then there's a very good chance you are going to succeed with your freelance business. The work itself is not hard. Staying positive and staying engaged over a long enough period of time to have success, That's where things are a little bit more difficult. And you might be thinking, okay, great, yeah, I'm in. What's the process? Well, I tell you exactly what it is in our free 6-day course. So you can go sign up. There's a link below, locationrebel.com/FWG. That stands for Freelance Writer's Guide. You're gonna get our free writing guide, and you're gonna get our 6-day course that walks you through everything you need to know to build a sustainable freelance writing business. So if that's something that sounds interesting and you want more detail around the things I'm mentioning in this video, definitely go sign up for that. It's gonna help. Number 6. AI is making your life easier, not harder. Now, over the last couple of years, a lot of people have been freaking out thinking, oh my God, AI is taking over my job. And there's maybe a little bit of truth to that, especially early on when ChatGPT came out. There's a lot of companies that are just like, yeah, what do we need freelance writers for? Write me a blog post about golf. And then everybody started to realize, well, it's not that easy. And AI is a great tool, but if you care about quality and you care about stuff that really is going to engage with real people in an audience, AI is not really going to get you there. So a lot of companies have been going back to those freelance writers that they fired to say, hey guys, you want to come back and write? And so that means there's a big opportunity for you, especially as a lot of freelance writers that have been doing this kind of got scared away and they're like, we're not going to do this anymore. So while it's still a very popular career, there's a lot of people that have gotten out of the game. There's a lot of people that haven't been able to stay consistent enough to stay in the game. And so many clients are realizing that they need writers more than ever. But that's not to say AI doesn't have its place. I think one of the best skills that you're going to be able to learn over the next couple of years is AI prompting. Where a lot of people fail is they're like, okay, I'm just going to go in and type a 1-sentence prompt, and then they're not going to be happy with the results they get out of AI tools. If you can get really good at prompting, not only is that going to help make you a more effective writer, it's going to make your job easier, and it's potentially opening up another freelance avenue because there's lots of businesses and lots of brands that want to use AI. They just don't know how to do it properly. And so if you can be that person, that is another excellent freelance opportunity. Which leads us to number 7, is freelance writing can open up the door to other types of work. The hardest part about any of this is building a relationship. So you're going to be doing a lot of cold emailing, you're going to be doing a lot of cold outreach to a lot of people that have no idea who you are, but as you hone that skill, as you get better at cold outreach, you're going to start building relationships. Those relationships are going to turn into work. And as you do that work and as you further that relationship, you're going to build trust. And as those clients trust you more, what a lot of them are going to want to do is find more ways to work with you. Because I don't know if you've realized this, we're in a little bit of a trust recession. People are more skeptical of other people than ever before. And so if you can be that person that's built trust and proven that you're capable and you can do good work and you can do it on time and you can do it for a reasonable rate, a lot of those companies are going to be like, well, what else can you do? You've been doing content writing. Can you do content repurposing? Can you do copywriting? Can you help us with our SEO? And depending on what your skill set and interest level is, that's often the easiest way to scale your business is through existing clients rather than having to continually go out and find new ones. The 8th benefit to starting a freelance writing business is it's going to help improve your writing. Writing is one of the most essential skills you can have in life, especially if you can improve your copywriting. And by that, I mean your ability to be persuasive with your words. Even if the work you're doing for clients is just general copywriting, you're not writing sales pages or about pages or ads or anything like that. When you're doing your outreach, you're sending your pitches, you're sending your letters of introduction, all of that is copywriting. You are trying to persuade them to open up the email. From there, you're trying to persuade them to respond to the email. And going even further, you're trying to persuade them to have a positive response and say, yes, we would like to work with you. All of that is copywriting. And as you do that more, and as you become more persuasive, and as you learn the ins and outs of copywriting, that is going to serve you so well, regardless of whether or not you're trying to convince your significant other to go to the movie you want to see, or you're on Reddit trying to convince a stranger that your point of view is the best way. Those copywriting skills are going to pop up throughout your personal and professional life in ways you never even imagined, in ways that you probably don't even realize are around already on a day-to-day basis. So by freelance writing, by writing every day, by writing more, by doing different types of writing, you're going to improve that skill, and that's one of the best things you can do for your life and your career. Number 9, almost done. Your earning potential is unlimited. Yes, a lot of people are going to say, well, freelance writing, you're still trading time for dollars, and you only have so much time, so there's only so much you can do. And that's true. But what I've seen a lot of successful freelance writers do, the people that have gotten really good at finding new clients, is they just keep getting new clients and then they turn the work over to somebody else. So they're essentially becoming an agency. So they go get the clients, they set the rate, they have other people do all the writing work for a lower rate, you take that cut in the middle, and all of a sudden you can then scale that into a 6-7 figure business. It's one of the issues a lot of freelance writers have is they think too small. Oh, I just have to write dozens of low-level articles every month just to make, a couple grand to be able to pay my bills. Nothing could be further than the truth. Yes, you might do some of that as you're getting started to build your confidence, to build your client list, but as you scale up, as you get more clients, you're gonna start charging more money. It's gonna become easier to get clients. And so there's gonna be greater opportunities to capitalize on all that and build a business that's probably a lot bigger than you maybe expected to when you first started out. So to be clear, that path is certainly not for everybody, but it's an opportunity. You might not even think that path is for you until you get down the line, you start having success with your business. You might finally get to that point where you're like, I got more work than I know what to do with. Cool, let's keep getting more and I'll find people to help me do the work. And if you're worried about finding people to help you do the work, then just come to me. We have a whole community of freelance writers that would be excited to help you out. And finally, the last benefit to freelance writing is you're the boss. Whatever that means to you. You want to go take the day off to go float the river on a Tuesday? Cool. You want to go golf with your friends on a Thursday morning? Awesome. If you want to take the whole family to Disneyland for a week? Great. You can do it. You set the schedule. And sure, there are pros and cons with that. You put into it what you get out of it. And so if you don't put in the work, then, well, you're the one that's not going to benefit. But if you're the type of person that's like, I want to work hard, I want to be rewarded for that, I want to see the direct benefit of all of that stuff I'm doing, then there's no better business. That was one of the things that I didn't like about being in my day job, is we were a small business. It didn't matter how hard I worked. I wasn't getting raises, I wasn't getting promotions. So I could go out and crush it and work 60, 70 hours a week, but nothing really changed in my life. In fact, a few months before I eventually left my job, I thought I was doing great. I get back from a vacation and I get a 20% pay cut. So that was a big eye-opening experience. And so I'm the type of person where I like control. I like being the boss. I like to know if I put this effort into it, I'm going to personally benefit and get something out of it. If that's you, I think freelance writing is one of the best businesses out there. So I can honestly probably give you another 100 benefits to freelance writing, but we're gonna stop here because this is YouTube and it's probably already too long of a video. So with that, my name is Sean Ogle. I'm the founder of this thing here at Location Rebel, where we teach you how to make money on the internet with your words. Remember, there's that link below to go grab our free 6-day course, our freelance writer's guide. I think it's gonna be super helpful in your journey, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. Have a great day. Peace.